Reverend Father Benny Kootanal, Director of Indian Institute of Spirituality, Reverend Father Stanislas, Acting Rector of St. Peter's Pontifical Seminary, my dear fathers, sisters, brothers, friends and well-wishers. It is St. Peter's Pontifical Institute Day. Today we are living in a world which has bigger houses but small families, more degrees but very little common sense, advanced medicines but poor health, touching the stars and even the moon but not the hearts of one another. In this context, at the middle of the academic year, we are here to celebrate our Institute Day. It is not one person's day. It is the day of all those who are associated with St. Peter's Pontifical Institute. Not only the president and the professors, each one of the students, each one of the collaborators, each of the benefactors, and all in some way come into contact with us. We thank the Lord for the gift of each and everyone who has contributed to the growth of this famous institute. For this occasion, we have in our midst Reverend Father Benny Kootanal, the Director of Indian Institute of Spirituality. As President, I have been introduced to the audience so many times in his house. I was always feeling humbled. But what I am going to say is not a flattery in return. Catholic priests are victims of flattery. But really what I feel in my heart, at the core of my being, with regard to Father Benny Kootanal. Many will not believe that he was my student, one of my earliest students. But then the student is greater than the master. He was ordained in 1995 for the congregation of the MSFS, and then spent quite a lot of time in studying and teaching and being a formator. He has a license in spirituality and a PhD in systematic theology. Eucharist is love. In Germany, he completed the doctorate with the best of distinctions. And afterwards, in the footsteps of Father Anthony Kolancheri, Father Henry Jose, Father Jose Kumbalikal and others, he is the next director of the IAS. One of my favorite passages is 1 Thessalonians 2nd chapter. There, St. Paul speaks of his own ministry. He says that I was a mother to you in nursing you, and I was a father to you in correcting you. In that sense, St. Paul speaks. All those who pass through the portals of IAS vouch for the fact that Benny is a mother, is a father, one who makes each and everyone feels like stars. Thank you very much. With all my heart, in the name of St. Peter's Pontifical Institute, I welcome you to be the chief guest on this occasion. What matters is not your position, but disposition. During moments of problems, we feel that we are crushed inside a washing machine, knocking from this side and that side. Finally, we come out bright on the outside. Father Stanislas does it for St. Peter's Pontifical Seminary during these times. Hearty welcome to you, dear Father Stanislas. I welcome all the superiors of the students who are studying here. We feel the closeness, nearness during these times, especially of the superiors who are sending their students here. We can't forget and we can't express in words how much we owe to all these superiors, especially the rector of Claretian Seminary for the John Pickett, and then rector of the Schoenstatt Seminary and the community for the Savior, and then rector of the Sappids, Father Lucas, and all the collaborators, and then for the St. Paul's Fathers who are there always helping us. And to them and all the religious sisters, superiors, all of you who still believe that St. Peter's can rise from the dust. Hearty welcome to you, dear professors. I should acknowledge the contribution of all the immediate collaborators who helped me in the running of the institute very efficiently. It is thanks to them that we are able to do things for the good of the church. Father Richard Brito silently, smilingly taking upon the responsibility of the institute, and then Father Stanley Kumar, the controller of examinations, Father Joseph Lionel, the librarian, and then each and every one of the professors, they do their best for the best of our institute. Hearty welcome to you, the officials and professors. In a special way, I should mention the deans, Reverend Father A. Joseph, the Dean of Philosophy, Reverend Father Alfred Joseph, the Dean of Theology, and Reverend Father John Abraham, the Director of Center for Canon Law Studies. And then they and all the collaborators at the Institute do their best. Hearty welcome to you, dear kids. My dear students, life is better maybe when you are happy, but it is the best only when others are happy because of you. There is no one to admire, some may feel, but even flowers blossom in the forest when there is no one to admire. In that way, many with admiration and without admiration are doing their best as students of this institute. MTH fathers, and then all the students at different degrees, and then our own sister institute, IAS, and all of you are very much welcome to this day's celebration. Hearty welcome to you. I welcome all of you, all the guests, all the collaborators who all have responded to our invitation. Indeed, it is a great joy for us. On this occasion, in a special way, I would like to welcome our professors who have returned from their higher studies after 3 years or so. First of all, Father Simon Pinto, who finished his doctorate in missiology in the Pontifical Urban University. We shall give him a big clap. And Father Abraham Giriraju, who finished his doctorate in pastoral theology in the Pontifical Lateran University. Hearty welcome to you there. And for your information, Father Lionel has an additional doctorate from the Tamil University. Congratulations to you, dear brother. My dear fathers and brothers, I just want to conclude from an incident from Schindler's List. You might have heard about the famous film. Oskar Schindler was a German who saved so many Jews by buying them that they may not be killed by Hitler. He was a great industrialist, but then he ended up bankrupt. Why? Because he spent his money to save Jews. By spending all his money, employing them in his factory, which was preparing ammunitions, and then subverting those ammunitions because he didn't want them to be used for the destruction of humanity. That was Oskar Schindler, someone who from being an industrialist became a bankrupt, became completely bankrupt. During the end of the war, he gave freedom to all the Jews. When one of them approached him, especially his manager, he told him, looking at his old car, that was what was left with him. Why did I retain this car? With this car I would have bought 10 more Jews. With this car I would have bought 10 more Jews, 10 more lives. And he looked at another small possession and then said, with this thing I would have bought another Jew. He said, I could have done more, I could have given more. A man who became bankrupt says, I could have done more, I could have given more. Many have given their best for this Institute Day, and some may feel I could have done more, I could have given more. On the last day, the Lord is going to ask us, you could have done more. With this reflection, I welcome each and every one of you for this celebration. Have a nice morning. Thank you.
Thank you, Father, for your wisdomful words to welcome the gathering. And also, I welcome you for this celebration. I request the dignitaries now to take their seats, loaded down the stage. Today,